The architect of that moment also addressed the crowd that day, but has been virtually erased by history.
The first demand is that we have effective civil rights legislation, no compromise, no filibuster, and that it includes public accommodation, decent housing, integrated education, FAPC, and the right to vote. What do you say?
In less than 2 months, Bayard Rustin and his team organized the largest demonstration the country had ever seen. But Rustin was only credited as a deputy. As a gay man who did not hide his sexuality, he was not given high-profile roles. Rustin was raised in Pennsylvania by his grandparents. His grandmother affirmed his sexuality and instilled in him the Quaker values of nonviolence and peace. During World War II, those beliefs led him to become a conscientious objector and refuse to register for the draft. He spent more than 2 years in prison for that. In 1947, he planned the Journey of Reconciliation, which would be the model for the 1960s Freedom Rides, challenging segregation on interstate buses. But Rustin paid a price for being open about his sexuality. He was kicked out of a leading pacifist group after a 1953 arrest when he was discovered having sex with another man in a car, sentenced to 60 days in jail, and required to register as a sex offender. But even behind the scenes, he contributed to key events of the civil rights movement, including the 1956 Montgomery bus boycott and the creation of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. In 1962, Rustin debated Malcolm X over the path and goals of the civil rights movement.
As we follow this form of mass action and strategic nonviolence, we will not only put pressure on the government, but we will put pressure on other groups which ought by their nature to be allied with us.
It wasn't until the late 1970s that Rustin got involved with the gay rights movement. Decades after his death, Rustin began to get the recognition denied him while he was alive. In 2020, California Governor Gavin Newsom pardoned him for his 1953 arrest and conviction. And earlier in 2013, President Obama presented Walter Nagel, Rustin's longtime partner, with Rustin's possible...
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, now? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, we the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas represents. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 2, 1.
Turn this mic up.
We live. Or 5. We live.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into deep detail dive into
Like
politics from a hood point of view.
Yeah.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother.
And this is HVP. Welcome, all you political animals out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a lot going on. First, we got the debate going on. I think it's a dead man walking debate, but it's just me.
Ain't none of them gonna win.
You know what I'm saying? Now, just me. You know, I just think at this point, wasting a lot of time with these debates because we already know
No.
who is going to be the motherfucking.
You're not wasting. You're not wasting.
But like
time.
this, we already know who's going to be the nominees, right? We got to the point where one motherfucker said, "Fuck it, we ain't even going to fucking debate."
But
so we already know the two people are running. It's almost like these motherfuckers are just running just because there's a platform at this point.
But you still need to tune in.
True.
Because what you're going to hear is these people's view of the country and the direction they want to take it and what they want to do. So if you don't take take a minute to an hour or two, whatever, to tune in, that shit gonna go right over your head.
Yeah. Ned one of them motherfuckers gonna be the nominee. So it's
Fuck no.
irrelevant.
None of them motherfuckers gonna be the nominee.
And when we was watching it at the beginning of the video, it's a gay black American, really, where he was being used in the civil rights era, but wasn't being named because he was gay. Now, it's hard for me to motherfucking be mad at a motherfucker for fighting for his rights as a black man. You know what I'm saying? And just because he's gay, you didn't start saying he ain't involved. It's like, I don't know about that right there. That's a tough situation because he black too, first, right?
I mean,
and if he fighting for black rights and civil rights, you gotta applaud him for that, whether he gay or not. You know what I'm saying? Then he had a debate with Malcolm X, where he was basically he just doing an MLK, where it's just nonviolence. You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, back then, it was not good to be out the closet at all.
That's true, though.
So that shit
That's
got
true.
You, that shit got you killed. You know,
But at the
it's
same
bad
time,
enough.
if you putting in the work as a gay man, just because because you black, you putting in your work, you putting your life on the line.
But he had Slim. Look, Slim had the double whammy.
That's a problem,
He was black. He was black, and then he was out as a gay man.
Not good.
So he had it coming from all ends.
Yeah.
So damn, I shouldn't have said that.
Pause.
Damn. But anyway,
But he really do like it from all ends.
but he had it double tough, and that shit wasn't good. To be, you running around. You see what they did. They got him on the same thing I was talking about the other week. They got him on sodomy laws, locked his ass up for having sex with another dude. Locked his ass up.
That's funny as shit.
Right. They probably nasty asses was peeping around the corner looking for that shit. As soon as he penetrate, lock his ass up.
We watch for all asses tooted up.
Right. That shit, but
all tooted asses up.
Yeah,
we watching.
You gotta give him his props though for he was out, and he was an out black man at the time.
Exactly.
He'd got lynched by 2 sets of people.
Yeah, he was in trouble.
So
he was really in trouble.
Yeah, he was. He had shit. He had shit that was not right.
He was definitely in trouble in those times in our American history.
But
sure.
He'd be all right. He was all right. Shit, he dead now.
Even though the debates is going on and shit, man, we got a lot of things we need to touch on, right? First of all, the ticket of Biden and Harris is starting to get under fire from Democratic leaders and donors. They're not enthusiastic about the ticket. And this my thing about this. It's like, when they start talking like that, it's like, bruh, this is not sports. This is fucking politics, bro. Whether you're enthusiastic or not, the facts are the facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people are voting for what they voting for, regardless of if you enthusiastic or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta get involved in this if you know a demon is on the other side.
They weren't enthusiastic about the ticket 4 years, the last election. But when it come down to it, people that vote and that vote regardless, gonna vote for the ticket. Go hardcore Democrats gonna vote. But it is a vote. It might not be a vote. It might not be a vote for Biden. This might be a vote against Trump. But either way, it's a vote.
True.
And you can't, fuck it. You can't turn that shit down. But look, people out here need to know. Oh, sometimes I think about why I do this podcast, or why we do this podcast. What the hell? And it's for me, it's the inform, educate as much as I can, and the best I can. You know, the people out there from the hood, or people like me, or people that's from where I'm from, and been where I've been. So, you know, that's one of the reasons I do it. You know, especially to let y'all know, and the shit that they out here pushing, and the shit that they out here trying, they ain't hiding the fact. They don't give a fuck what you think. They don't give a fuck what you know. They don't care how you feel. These dudes within the last week let you know what they coming from. They let you know where they coming from, what they coming after. Trump made it known that is in his second term, it's all about political revenge and getting rid of Obamacare. He want to lock up his political enemies or political opponents, those he think done him wrong. He want to lock these people up, and then if he does nothing else, he wants to get rid of Obamacare. He don't give a fuck that it's going to put leave millions of people without health care. Right now, Obamacare is more popular than it ever been with people of all persuasions and both parties. So y'all need to know this.
It's funny because at this point in time, if you're, I guess, a Trump Republican or a Republican in general, your goal is to do a lot of things that majority of Americans don't want done. Like you did the abortion shit. That's most of Americans don't want that done. It's like your agenda of locking kids up in the motherfucking or whatever the fuck on the border. That's not what the majority of Americans like. You know what I'm saying? So when you have Trump running and he run on these things, that's only a slither of Americans that he looking at.
He don't.
But I'm gonna tell you, if you can get those sliver of Americans out to vote, it's gonna be a problem. Period. Especially when you got Biden voters just saying, I don't know, man, I just don't feel like voting this year. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from you getting comfortable with life. This always happens when Democrats become president, right? You get comfortable with, you got health care, you got all this access to things, you got all these things going on. Life is humming. Everything is good. And then you want to switch to a Republican that don't like none of this. It's just so odd to me when everybody living comfortable. This is only when Democrats are presidents, bro. This is not my fault. This is just how it is. The country become peaceful and prosper, right? And then the whole time that is happening, you have a fight where you want a Republican to take over. It's just like, it doesn't make sense.
See, that's part of it. And what you said about people becoming complacent, that's a big part of it. And then another big part of it is people listening to people on the other side and people that's supposed to be on their side telling them that your vote don't count, that your vote ain't worth shit. But I got a question for you. If you can't afford or couldn't afford health care until you got to Obamacare came along and you like your Obamacare, that's a reason for you to get out and vote. Fuck what somebody else say. If you like your civil rights, that's a reason to get out and vote, because they made it clear from what the name of their group is. Make America Great Again. They want to set time back to the fucking 40s and 50s and 30s and shit like that.
Hey.
The Negro had no rights. Where Hispanics had no rights. Where women had no rights. They telling you. But since some people, and this is the fucking problem, some people, all they see is money and think because a motherfucker got money that motherfucker got your interest at heart. Motherfucker don't care about your money. When a motherfucker came up out of this tax bracket and went up in this tax bracket, he don't give a fuck about nobody down here. He worried about keeping his money. He worried about what loophole he can use to not pay taxes. Oh yeah, they'll come and donate a few dollars here and there, but they'll tell you they get that money right back through taxes.
Exactly.
On top of the tax breaks they already get. They don't give a fuck. But see, we are people, and we live in a society that worship the dollar. The dollar. Look, you can't, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. When your ass is gone, you can't take it with you.
At all.
You can't take not one damn dime with you. And you know who, and you know if your affairs not in order, which most black people affairs are not in order, because how many of y'all really have a will? You know who's gonna take your money? The state. Gonna take every damn dime you got and every damn dime they can get their hands on. But because Donald Trump is rich and got all this money he claimed he got, everybody think that his words is gospel, that his words is gold. When I got news for you, how did he get rich? He got rich on the backs of the little man. When he was coming up in real estate, doing real estate in New York. And if you don't believe me, you can check the records because it's public records that he was sued for discrimination a few times because he didn't want black people living on his properties.
That happened. That's not our fault.
Hey, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what it is.
That's what happened. And nothing we can do
you
about
ain't got to believe me.
Nothing we can do about that. Okay.
But these people don't give a fuck about the little man.
No. Just like when you, all right, first of all, if anybody don't know, right now we have a impeachment inquiry going on. And I know most Americans don't even know that is happening. They don't have no inkling of getting rid of any president. That ain't came across their mind.
No.
But the Republicans are doing that. It shows you how funny that Republicans had their agenda of doing things that has nothing to do with what you like.
Look,
it has nothing to do with Americans.
Look,
it has nothing to do with what majority of Americans want in their life.
Look,
and this is the things they do. It's the funniest shit.
This is the truth. And if you don't, like I say, you don't gotta believe nothing I say. You can look it up for yourself. The Republicans have no agenda. Their agenda is getting Donald Trump, the MAGA Republicans especially, is getting Donald Trump elected again. So they can pass all kind of stupid shit. They don't have nothing. No legislation on the border, no legislation to improve, build on Obamacare. They don't have no legislation for anything. But what they want to do, they want to take women's rights. They already put judges in place to overturn Roe v. Wade. And do you know what these motherfuckers are already, and even that coon Clarence Thomas has already stated, they are going after civil rights. They already then went after affirmative action. Now it's another step. They're going after gay rights. There ain't no doubt they're going after that. They going after everything that they don't approve of, that they think in their mind is not right for the country and the people of this country. And if y'all not paying attention, I ain't gonna say if, because a lot of you not. By now, y'all not paying attention, that shit is just sliding right by you. It's going over your head, it's going under your feet, it's sliding right by you. You know what I'm saying? It's tiptoeing right. It ain't even tiptoeing. That motherfucker's moonwalking right past you with this shit. It don't care.
All right, first of all, if you're not paying attention, the Congress is impeaching the president.
Yeah, because it got to start there.
We have a new Senate. Speaker of the House, and he going along with it. So now, this is my thing about this, right? Their goal is to put some smear on Biden as he running for president, so they can help their president nominee win. So what they do is what they doing. I'm gonna tell you right now, they'll impeach Biden regardless of whatever happened during his presidency, bro. They was going to impeach him regardless. So if you look at the motherfucking what they looking at now, it's his son that does everything. It's his son that is high. It's his son fucking money up. It's his son taking the motherfucking bribes and all that shit. It has nothing to do with him. But they're going to impeach him because they're going to impeach a Democratic president regardless. As you can see with Clinton, he just got some head and they impeached him. So they're going to impeach. Their goal is to impeach a Democratic president no matter what the fuck he do. They tried their best with Obama, but Obama was so squeaky clean, they couldn't do shit.
Look, they own fucking people.
He ain't had no old enough kids for them to rag on them or what they doing in life. You know what I'm saying?
They own fucking people and they own fucking caucus. Keep telling them it's a waste of time. You don't have nothing on him. The dude come out, what the fuck? This motherfucker Coleman come out 2 days ago talking about he got evidence of some payments that Hunter Biden made to Joe Biden. And what the fuck was it? He paid Joe Biden back for a fucking loan. He gave him three or four $1,300 payments. Now you tell me when the fuck is $1,300 going to buy influence where? You can't go to the motherfucking Fairmont Heights Municipal Center and bribe the Fairmont Heights mayor with $1,300. Come on, be for real. Be for real. That's why we do this, because we want to open people's eyes to what's going on, because it's too much shit that's, like I say, it's going over your head, it's going under your feet, and it's sliding right by you. And people not noticing, people don't give a fuck. People think that they can't make a difference. Yes, you can make a difference. We all can make a difference.
That's what got that.
Together, we all can make a difference for a whole lot of people.
For sure.
But if every time the news come on, especially the world news, you turn on something, you turn on BT, you're not getting what you need.
But my thing is, do we impeach presidents for anything?
Nah, you got
what are we doing with this shit?
It's got to be a crime.
Shit. Like impeachment, for anybody who don't know, is more or less to try to fire the president in the
or besmirch him
in the middle of his. But my thing is, like, when we get to the point where what is the criteria for impeachment? Like, not just getting some head. Like, what are we doing?
It wasn't a sex that got.
Or your son doing shit? Like, what is it?
With Clinton, it wasn't a sex or the affair with Monica Lewinsky that got him impeached. It was he lied about it, and they got him on perjury. because he lied to the he lied to the Senate, or he lied to Congress. He lied to one of the he lied in the deposition, some shit. But he ended up lying. He lied about it, so they got him on perjury. That's the same shit they're gonna try to do with Biden. Just like what happened with Nixon. It wasn't with Nixon, it wasn't the Watergate break-in, it wasn't a crime, it was a cover-up. That's what they keep trying to do with Biden. They don't have a crime. They don't have a smoking gun. What they trying to
link him
find,
to his son.
they trying to say, but they trying to prove that he covered up something that had something to do with his son.
Yeah.
That he knew about it. Well, first of all the shit that y'all bringing up, Biden wasn't in office. That's for one. He was a private fucking citizen at the time. Mm-hmm. So for one, you have nothing there. You're not going to take something that he did as a private citizen and try to impeach him on. Because if that's the fucking case, we'd have had Trump the fuck out of there within a week.
Exactly.
So you has nothing there. Y'all keep coming up with $1,300 payments that he paid his father back. His father gave him some money to get a truck. He gave his father the money back. He loaned his brother some money. His brother gave him the money back. The same thing James Comer did. He loaned his brother some money. His brother gave him the money back. So if you're going to impeach Biden on loaning your relatives money and getting paid back, Comer, your ass is next. It got to be. You're talking about 800, whatever this. Well, how much money they say he Hunter got from the Chinese?
Yeah. My thing is, like, Fox News always do. If you watch Fox News, they rag on this shit all day.
That's all they got.
It's like, bro. First of all, it's 3 cars that motherfucking Biden's son had. Everybody know he's on some type of drugs and shit. He even admitted that. This has nothing to do with the president. It's like they just smashed them together and said, okay, let's impeach you because your son is a fucking dummy. It's like, it doesn't make sense. And we got motherfucking Trump on the other side just running for president with no agenda. Just running for president just cause. It's just the stupidest shit. If you're American, you're looking at these candidates thinking, okay, which one of these presidents represent America and me as a whole? And this motherfucker don't give a fuck. He cussed. The other day I'm listening to his motherfucking speech, whatever the fuck he was talking about. He cussing the joint. Called motherfucker bitches.
Everything.
Assholes. It's like, bro, really? That's the president.
That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see on their TV every night. This is what's this. But see, this is the crowd, and this is what the Republican Party has come to. It has no dignity. It has no respect. And I ain't gonna say that about the whole party because everybody in the party not like that. But the MAGA wing, especially the white wing, is terrible. They don't give a shit. All they want, they don't want no governance. They don't want no bills passed. It's a selfish, is all of them is running for selfish reasons. It's for power and to roll back all the things that they don't want women, minorities, gays, any group that they don't like. They're telling you they're coming after you. They're coming after your rights. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you die. They coming after your health care. They coming after everything. They don't give a shit. And you just and those who haven't seen it, it's an interview with Steve Bannon, who used to be one of Trump's top advisors, who basically is the architect of MAGA. He's basically the architect of MAGA. And he had an interview with an idiot named Cash Patel. In this damn interview, they told you what they going to do. The second term is all about revenge.
Not only that, they had a motherfucking they was on Showtime too. Everybody know it's something called the circus on the motherfucker Showtime, where it's political.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they had Steve Bannon on the joint having an open table discussion about Trump and his intentions and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a funny thing about this whole interview is we all remember when he turned on Trump when he thought he was going to jail.
Yep.
But now, obviously, he back.
He kissed and made up.
Yeah, he back on Trump asshole. And my thing is, first of all, anybody know him? He is right wing as they get.
He's the architect of MAGA.
Yeah, he is MAGA.
And before we go, because it's something that just crossed my mind that we never talked about. In one of these days, yeah, well, fuck it, this is the day. In the last election, when Trump was claiming he was leading in all the polls, but when the polls started shifting and showing that Biden had a lead, it was Donald Trump who told his Justice Department to go and arrest Joe Biden. Didn't have no charges, didn't have no cause to put charges on him to help his poll numbers. You don't have to believe me? Check it out. It was him that told you. And he tried to put charges on Hillary Clinton. So let's get one thing straight. In his first term, he had people in there that didn't do all his bidding, that tried to control this dude. Them the ones he got rid of. He loved Mad Dog, whatever Mattis, till he wouldn't do what he did and what he wanted, and then he wasn't shit. He loved Jeff Sessions. The Sessions told him, "Look, we have nothing on Hillary."
See,
and he wasn't shit.
That's the fear of him getting a second term is because there's none of those people there this time.
Look,
it's all kiss asses. That's gonna be a problem.
If Trump gets in for a second term, you can believe it. He is going to appoint people from chief of staff, especially the Justice Department. The Justice Department, which includes the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security on down, the Secret Service, everybody. They falling under the Justice Department. He's going to appoint people to their State Department, the Secretary of Interior, Secretary of Defense, who will all do his bidding. Whatever he wake up that morning and say to do, they're going to do it. They're going to attempt to get more judges, more white will, and that's something else we got to bring up too. The judges, the amount of judges that Biden has put out there. But they're going to try to make the Supreme Court more right wing and make the federal courts right wing or more, because Biden has brought that back towards. He brought some balance back to the federal court system. He hasn't got he ain't got another Supreme Court justice yet, but as far as that bench go, where it count,
exactly,
where it really count.
That's why it counts who the president is,
right? Because if y'all think it's all about the Supreme Court, you're wrong. Them federal courts, them appellate courts, and them lower courts, they got that's where it happens at. That's what make it happen. And if you bring that shit back into balance, a lot of that dumb shit ain't getting to the Supreme Court. So it, like my man said, it matters who you vote for. So if you can't, every 4 years, if you can't take an hour or 2 out your day, depending on how long the line is, how it's moving, and make your voice heard, then I just say like this: you get what your hand called for.
Another fun thing that Trump do, right? He in the Republican Party, but he's still championing little things that's Democratic. For example, in his platform, he makes vows that he'll make no cuts to Medicaid, no cuts to Social Security, expand mental health programs.
He ain't doing that.
So those three, if we was to stay on those three things alone, those Democratic situations they take care of, right? Republicans don't take care of those there at all.
Because I can tell you
bring
why.
that up. It's crazy.
I can tell you why, especially on the mental health part. This is why they do that. They back themselves in the corner on guns. Because every time it's a mass shooting, the first thing they blame, they say, is the shooter's crazy. The shooter had mental health issues. The shooter was this, that, and the motherfucker was just crazy. He was out of his mind. We need to do something about mental health. Okay? You back yourself in the corner on that where you basically have to try to make that part of your platform, even though we know it's some bullshit. Because you want to blame all the violence and the mass shootings and shit on mental health. So if you don't say something about it or tell the people that you're going to do something about it, then people will see you for what you really are. That's full of shit. See, that's where you have to catch them at. The shit that they do, that the shit that they sound like is going on, that they agree with Democrats on. Yeah, you gotta look. You like we tell y'all, I can read between the lines. He can read between the lines. We can decipher the dog whistle. We can tell you what's there when you think ain't nothing there. We can do this.
Most definitely.
The normal eye and the normal eye can't see and the normal ear can't hear what they really saying. But it's a reason behind everything that they do. Because look, they'll keep saying, well, the Democrats was in the big pharma's pocket until Obamacare got passed, until Biden and lowered insulin costs and he done lowered costs on a lot of drugs that's really, really expensive. Like I say,
it's not our fault. This is what happened. He did that.
Right. And I know this personally because I take insulin.
Not our fault.
I take a lot of insulin.
We just give me the facts.
Right. I had one prescription that costs, I believe one is almost $1,600 a month, and the other one is almost $650 a month.
Now, all you black Republicans or black people that lean in Republican or say fuck it, I was like Trump, fuck the Democrats. Listen to what he just said. You hear how much money that is?
It's a lot of money. It's
that's
over 2,000.
Bullshit.
That's over 2,000. That's over $2,000 a month.
That's not bullshit.
An incident alone.
Serious, bro. That's serious impact to everybody.
That I couldn't afford without
the impact family.
Right. Without without health insurance.
Now remember,
I couldn't afford this, and I have an A1C that is high as hell.
before the Affordable Care Act, this was the problem.
I would probably before then, I would probably be dead by now, or I could be dead. I could have been lost a limb, lost some toes, lost some fingers, lost my sight. My kidneys could be gone bad. It's a whole lot of shit that can happen. Being a
trying to
diabetic.
tell people, Obama saved a lot of lives when he passed the Affordable Care.
Yeah,
And people around America know it.
right.
And they actually have people in their family where they know it. They wouldn't be alive if
You
it
have-
wasn't for the Affordable Care Act.
You
AKA
have people.
Obamacare.
You have people because of Obamacare. People that had cancer, that have caught cancer in early stages, that might have had stage 1 or stage 2 cancer, and was able to catch it at a reasonable time and get treatment, and it saved their lives. You had people that had heart conditions, and especially in especially in the black community. In the black community, we know one thing: is high blood pressure, is high cholesterol, and diabetes. You're gonna find them ravaging through the black community. And I got shit, all three. It's just the way it is. And people say, well, it's because of your diet, you got to eat better, and that's true. And we try to, but they don't tell you that the choice produce doesn't come to the hood. The choice vegetables don't come to the hood. The choice meats, good cuts of meat, don't come to the hood. You know, it's just like they still carrying us like they carried us in slavery days. What did they get as slaves? They gave slaves scraps.
Oh, we get chitlins.
That's how you got chitlins. Because Massa didn't give a fuck about the slave eating good. The Massa threw some scraps out there.
Exactly.
And that's
do become the Black America throughout history now.
Right. And do you know that same mentality is out here today? That the food that come here to the hood, oh nah, that's the worst. That's scraps.
Yeah. And
if you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Go out there to one of them affluent. Go to a Wegmans, Safeway, Harris Teeter. Expect in an affluent neighborhood, in an affluent part of town, and you check out their cuts of meat, their produce, their vegetables, their fruits, all of the shit that they got in, the fish, all of that shit. All that shit is the best of the best. And then go back and see the shit that come through the hood. But we gotta eat.
Exactly. Now, like we said, Democrats are not enthusiastic about the ticket.
Yeah.
But is a black woman there?
Yeah.
And y'all have to at least acknowledge that enthusiasm there. You know what I'm saying? And then the past week, right? Kamala Harris is broke. First of all, you know how many tiebreakers she has broken in the Senate now? It's up to 32, 33 tiebreakers, bro, for bills that need to be passed ASAP. She just set a new record for number of votes cast by a vice president, bro. Vice president usually does not vote.
Yeah, and I got some news on
They
that.
only vote when it's a tiebreaker. She literally broke 32 ties.
32.
It's crazy.
32. And the record was 31. And the record of 31 was for almost 200 years.
Crazy.
200 years. So that's going back, what, 1800s?
So that means, again, when people don't follow politics, when she come down and break a tie, that's because whatever that bill is, is split in half from the Republicans and Democrats. And all she gotta do is come down and give her a vote.
Yeah.
And that will sway it either way.
And I want to say something about this enthusiasm thing. Because they're pushing it. They're pushing it. And
they do it already. I don't like it.
But see, they can push it, but you tell me how people are what they reporting, especially on the right, how does this match up? And this is from an account called Biden Wins. And it's breaking. President Biden is expected to raise more than $15 million from his latest fundraising blitz. The media might not tell you that the people are overwhelmingly excited about his candidacy. 15 million is a lot. That's a lot.
True.
That means, look, I don't want Biden to peak now. This ain't the time for him to peak. And I think he knows this. He's been a politician long enough to know this. You don't want him to peak now. As opposed to MAGA. See, they out there telling you what they want to do. We want to repeal, or we going to repeal Obamacare. We're going to lock up all our political enemies. We're going to do this. We're going to build a wall in Mexico, or somebody going to pay for it. We're going to put 10,000 troops on the border, and we're going to shoot anybody that come across that border. That was some of the dumb shit they've been saying. Put it out there. You know what President Biden is doing? Inflation is coming down slowly but surely. Gas prices been coming down slowly but surely.
True.
Y'all say he wasn't checking. He didn't check Israel. He just checked not Netanyahu last week. Then checked them again this week. Y'all was crying about the hostages. What he did. He got the deal done for a ceasefire and got them hostages up out of there. He been doing that.
These are the facts now. It's not our fault now. Don't remember now. It's not our fault.
You'd have had motherfuckers like Kim Kardashian and motherfuckers like Meek Mill all up in Trump face talking about prison reform, Lil Wayne and all these clowns, prison reform, this, and we got to reform the justice system. Check the record. Biden already done that. Biden done that. Didn't talk about it. He did it. You think about all of this shit. We talked about Obamacare here tonight a lot. He strengthened what the brother put in place. He just embarrassed Marjorie Taylor Greene, it was Boebert last week when she wanted to lay claim for the 20 million that went to her district from the Chips and Science Act. When Biden checked her and told her, hold up, hey bitch, you voted no on this, but now you wanna take credit for the 20 million coming your way, coming your state's way? No, that was me. I did that, and that's what he been doing. It ain't about rhetoric. It ain't about threats and calling people names. When it gets time to put your record on the line and put what you did, not what you say you're going to do, not what you lying about what you say you're going to do, but what you did, and you got receipts, what can they say?
Definitely need receipts.
Biden got receipts,
Sure.
big receipts, and look. Trump can duck and dodge these Republican debates all he want. He might not do one debate. it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't do one debate.
It's irrelevant. There's no reason for him to do it.
He's not gonna duck the presidential debates.
Oh no, not those. No.
He's not gonna duck them, and he's gonna have to go out there, and he gonna have to put his 4 years up against Biden's 4 years.
Again, you gotta realize, to him, his 4 years was successful.
That's
He
to
locked
him.
kids up in the cages.
To
He
him.
wanted to do that. That's
To
his thing.
him.
He wanted to do it.
Right. To him, it was successful.
He put 90, 100 motherfucking right-wing judges on the fucking joint. He wanted to do that.
Biden just put 150.
You cannot deny it. He did what he wanted
He
to
did.
do.
He did it. He did it. And you know
Abortions.
what?
He fucked abortions up
He's going to
all
say.
over America.
He's going to say. I put right-wing judges on the Supreme
They
Court.
fucked abortions up.
And then then Biden's going to look in that camera and say, "Ladies, yes, he did. And look what you got. Your health, your women's health care
Not only
is
that-
shot to shit."
Not only that, it's not a woman in America right now haven't realized the laws and abortions right now. It hadn't hit them by now since Trump has passed these laws, and then the motherfucking Supreme Court has put that foot down.
And that's
There's no way in America that women has not realized that now they can't freely just have abortion.
And that's where our Black Lady of the Week gonna come in. That's gonna be a smooth segue.
It's amazing, bro. Now this week, it's something we do every week, though. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. It's something we do. We point out the black ladies of America in the world that's fighting for black
On planet Earth.
and representing black. This week, in our Black Lady of the Week, Cocoa Butter, if you want to be exact. Oh my God, I love the black ladies. Now, Olympian, first of all, Elysian
Allison.
Now, first of all, she's born in 1985, so she's well young. She's what's that called? You said it was. Is that
What?
millennium? That's not.
No,
millennium.
she Gen X.
That right there. She's that.
She Gen X.
ASAP. As you can see, she got
She
plenty of
not Z. I
motherfuckers.
know that.
She got plenty of mother goals.
Hold
on
up.
her
We
motherfucking-
X. I'm X. She X.
You think so?
We X. No. Hold on. It's X. Z X. Oh, damn it.
I don't know those
I got it down
It's
somewhere.
ABCDZZZ. You know what I'm saying? That. But she was born in motherfucking Carolina.
But I think she X though.
She went to University of Southern California for sure. She 5'6", 125 pounds for sure. Now, in Olympic Games, she's won 7 first place games for first place,
Oh, she's nice with it.
3 second place, and 1 third place. For the World Championships, she's won 14 first places, 3 second places, and 3 third places. World Indoor Championships, she's won 1 first place. Now, for the Black Lady of the Year, for you to get to that amount of accomplishments, for me and the soul brother himself to recognize you, acknowledge you, and then say, okay, you going on the podcast.
Yeah.
You gotta knowledge. You gotta accomplish a lot of things here for us to back up the fact that you the Black Lady of the Week.
Mhm. But we're not acknowledging her this week before her accomplishments on track is what she's doing off the track.
Let's go.
And she's using her voice to speak up for health care for pregnant women. She's an advocate for quality. You dig? Quality health care for pregnant women. Who she herself went through a difficult pregnancy in 2018, suffering from complications due to preeclampsia. And said the scariest moment arrived at week 32 of her pregnancy when things got severe, which led to an emergency C-section. In this condition, or whatever, they were constant. This is what she said. They were in constant worry of me having a stroke, of my vision being lost, she explained. I went from being admitted to the hospital and being told that our goal was to stay there another 2 weeks or try to stay pregnant. And she delivered the baby that night. So I guess she had a healthy baby.
Hopefully.
But she did. But I know that if I did not deliver myself or my baby, or both of us, wouldn't make it. And that's where we get into these things about abortion and women's health. Because it's not about abortion. Like I tell you all day long, I don't agree with abortion. I don't like abortion. Yes, in a perfect world, I wish there was no abortion, but we don't live in a perfect world. And abortion is a choice. It's a choice you have to make to save your life or the baby's life. And let's go to preeclampsia. Say preeclampsia is a serious condition that affects some pregnant women and can be diagnosed after 20 weeks of pregnancy. See, now that's where we come in with a problem with, they want to cut it off at 15 weeks. Okay. You have a condition there that might not show up till 20 weeks. Then what do you do? And we know, you said it right there. She could have died. She could have had a stroke. She could have went blind. Or some more shit.
Exactly. That's the problem with the Democratic not the Democrat, but the Republican whole focus on this thing is they're only coming from a Bible standpoint. They're not looking at it from a health standpoint or a personal decision standpoint. It's just strictly from religion. And that is tough. For sure.
So first of all, they ain't looking at religion because abortion is nowhere in the Bible.
True.
So they looking at it. They using what they say that is a right to life. That life they believe that life begins at conception. Okay.
She also had a motherfucking teammate, Tory Bowles.
I'm about to get in that.
Go ahead.
But just to let our sisters out there know something. Black women are reportedly 60% more likely to suffer from preeclampsia while pregnant compared to white women, as cited by Rochester Regional Health. Now, this is another reason why she's speaking out. Because in May, Allison Felix's teammate on the 4x100 women's 4x100 meter relay team, Tori Bowie, she died at 8 months pregnant following childbirth complications. And she said that Bowie's death was, it was absolutely devastating. And this is the reality of Black women giving birth in America, Felix told out. She said, and there are many situations that are like this. And she hates that it takes such a devastating loss to bring it back to the forefront. But it also is motivation to do better. And she says, this is what she believes. And in a lot of cases, it's the truth. And it's back to what we talking about, scraps. Us getting scraps. And Felix believes healthcare disparities exist due to the lack of implicit bias training and Black women feeling intimidated about speaking up about things that concern their health. There are countless stories of women not being heard when they are in the delivery room and at doctor's appointments. Yeah, because you get motherfuckers down here. They come down here to do their residency or whatever, to do whatever, so they can move on up to the rich part of town. So
it said in 1920-21, the rate of non-white Hispanic babies, which would be black,
right,
women was 69.9 deaths in 1,000 births. So this is 2 out of 6 times that a black woman have a baby that they die themselves.
Yes.
That's something I never even knew.
Right. And it's look,
They significantly higher than white and Hispanic women for sure.
And some of we got to do with, like she said, with the quality of healthcare that we get. That is the purpose behind Obamacare. That was the main purpose behind Obamacare, because it was a great disparity or indifference between the quality of healthcare between rich white people, rich people in general, and the lower class and people of color. You can see this. Look, it is not, if I have diabetes and a white person has diabetes, you know, why should the white person get much better care just because he's in another tax bracket, or he might can get better medicine or whatever because he's in a higher tax bracket than I am? You know, it's all about,
that's the point of
fairness and equality.
Care.
Right. It's people down, let's say in the bottoms, that wasn't, it still ain't to a certain extent.
I mean, if you're American, just because you make more money, do you deserve a better doctor than me?
Look, if
they work at McDonald's or fucking warehouse or something, you deserve a better doctor than me. Why? That doesn't make sense.
Right. And it ain't even being a better doctor.
Better facilities.
It's better facilities and all this other shit. That's what the Affordable Care Act does. It puts your health care on an even plane. It is not saying like Obama said when in his campaign, and I remember he said, I have a Cadillac. He was a senator then. He said, being a member of the Senate, I can go to any doctor I want to see. I have what they call it, a Cadillac. They have a Cadillac medical plan or something like that. And Cadillac insurance plan or some shit like that. They can get the best of the best. And he said, why should I get this? I should get better treatment or be able to go here to get treatment, and the people of middle and lower class can't, because we know that it's been hospitals that if you didn't have no insurance, they was kicking you out. If you couldn't afford to pay, they was kicking you out. You know, they was half-assing with your care. If you come in and they ask you for some insurance, you say, I don't have any insurance. They don't half-ass with you. And that was costing people their lives. People was actually dying behind this shit.
Exactly.
So
we talking about the Affordable Care Act did a few things. It let poor people compete with wealthy people with their insurance. Second, it made it so you can have insurance whether you have a job or not. So most people, black people, had their insurance through their jobs. Now, Affordable Care Act made it so that even if you ain't have a job, you could still have insurance. If you ain't work nowhere, you could still have insurance. If nobody was paying you on their payroll, you could still have a chance to have insurance, you and your family. That's what this does. And it also caps where motherfuckers can't just overpay you for stuff. Where at the end, you're just going to die because you can't afford it.
Right.
That doesn't make sense in America when everybody pay to stay alive. At least everybody agree that we want to have the same health care where everybody, until recently, Republicans didn't agree.
But that's the only fucking country that didn't have it.
Until recently, Republicans didn't agree. So there's nothing we can do.
Because if you got now, I believe that you did your 4 years of medical school. How long you did your you got your master's, you did your residency. You can go practice medicine wherever you want. That's your right. That is your right. But you do not have the right to turn a sick person away. And you really can't do that because that's the law.
It got to the point where it almost got to that. Like
but
right now,
you can't half-ass.
You got females going state to state just to get abortion.
Right.
It's the silliest shit, bro.
Right. Where you have is so a woman can go to a clean clinic. You want it back in the days where it was coat hangers and back alley shit. That ain't cool. Especially with something that's a choice. It's a choice. Nobody look on its merits. You can't pull up one Democrat, one independent anywhere who will say, I am for abortion. Nobody out here is for abortion. What they are fighting for is choice. To make you have a choice that if the life of the child, the life of the mother is in danger, and she and her doctor, she sit down with her husband, boyfriend, doctor, whoever, significant other, and they come to a decision that what's best is for the life of the mother to terminate the pregnancy. The government ain't got nothing to do with that.
So everybody got to understand that on this topic alone, it seems easy to you to just let the girl make a decision. Cool.
Right.
But then you have Republicans who are going by the Bible. And then when they go by the Bible, it doesn't matter about none of that. They need you to not to have abortions, period. So that's where we at in America. And that's only a small part of the Republican Party that they can't control.
Right. But see,
they have no control.
The thing is, nobody is for. If you get a person, any Democrat, and you sit right there and ask them, are you for abortion? They will tell you no, but I am for a woman's right to choose. That is the Jedi mind trick that they're trying to play on you. They're trying to say, well, if you for a woman's right to choose, you are for abortion. No, they're not both the same thing, because I don't agree with it. I think all lives are precious and all lives should have a chance to live. That's me. That's what I believe. But for whatever reason, that if a woman has to make that choice, it is her choice. That don't mean you going around shouting the virtues of abortion, because nobody is. You never heard one Democrat say, well, abortion is good. You never heard nobody say that. But you always heard him say it is a woman's right to choose, because what goes on in that doctor's office between that woman and her doctor is her choice. If they are making life-saving decisions that could save the life of the mother or the life of the child, that's between that woman and her doctor. And your senator, your congressman, your mayor, your governor, your president ain't got shit to do with that. That's the way I feel.
So what's her name? Allison Felix. Everybody check her out. First of all, she got plenty of medals for you to check out for sure.
Hell yeah. Oh, she fast. She fast and can jump. She look good too.
The black lady.
Hour of the week.
You know? Black ladies are important.
Yeah, and then what I like about this black lady of the week. What I like about this black lady of the week is she got a platform and she using her platform. You know, it ain't all about this waving them gold medals. But she went out and won them gold medals competing for and on behalf of her country. But she also is trying out here making her voice heard and trying to get equal health care for black women especially. And that's something else that she doing to represent her country. So that's our BLOW.
For sure. Now, before we get out of here, for sure, we have a problem with Derek. Everybody know the motherfucking cop that had the motherfucking knee on motherfucking my man George Floyd case. Now we all know the motherfucker. We had a motherfucking podcast about this shit. He had his little knee on him and shit. He's feeling real comfortable with it.
He's feeling real good.
You know what I'm saying? But now he has been sentenced to prison in a Minneapolis joint. And he's been stabbed 22 times. Has he been locked up? Stabbed 22 times. Knives, shanks. You must die, boy. You lucky to be alive, like I always.
I'm conflicted about this one.
You lucky to be alive, boy. What's your name?
Oh, Derek
22
Chauvin.
times by a felon inmate. He got stabbed. Wow.
When I first heard this, I thought he just got hit like once or twice. I'm about to hip y'all to some good shit. Those of y'all ain't never seen a motherfucker get hit up in a
Now he got 22
prison.
years for anybody know.
Yeah.
He got 22 years. He got a long
Those of y'all who ain't never seen a motherfucker get hit up in the prison system. Whoo, that is not a pretty sight. I seen it. And he got hit up 22 times.
Ouch. They don't even want to kill him. They just want to keep fucking him up. As time go on, they want to keep sticking and stabbing him.
Nah.
Don't die. I'm gonna get you next week.
He got hit quick.
22 stabs?
Yeah,
you
he got
ain't
hit
kill him?
quick.
You ain't want to kill him. You want this nigga to suffer.
Nah, they say it was he got hit quick because the guards was on. That's what saved his ass is they pulled the slim off him. But he was going to kill his ass. And I'm telling you, 22 times and you got hit with a motherfucking prison shank, probably. Oh man. And you can make a shank out of anything. I seen a motherfucker make a shank out of chicken bone. So yeah, I hope you got hit with. You know what? I hope you did get hit with a chicken bone.
That would hurt.
That would make my day.
I always tell people it's so easy to kill a person. You just don't know how. I don't think it's the laws.
I've been telling you that for the
church.
longest time. It ain't all about
the laws
guns.
and church. Those two things keep people from mashing, stabbing people, and killing people out this business. It's just so easy to kill a motherfucker, bro. You can literally pick up your. Like I was always told everybody. I don't know if I told anybody on this podcast, but when I was motherfucking 8 years old, right, I was sitting at a table with me and my grandfather and my cousins and my aunt. And we sitting there eating pancakes, bro. Y'all know King syrup is my shit. That is no other syrup but King syrup. All the other shit is water. You know what I'm saying? That We sitting eating pancakes and shit, and my motherfucking grandfather, my aunt picks up the fork and just stick it in his chest, kills him. My grandfather dies.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
And it's like, from that point on, you realize it's so easy just to kill a person. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need anything.
I could tell you some stories.
It's the
but
silliest shit, bro. Like, we are real lucky that everybody get to walk around easily, and every once in a while we get a crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like, if you get a lot of motherfuckers just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep stabbing and killing motherfuckers. We be in trouble. For sure.
And see, what fucked me up is his parents like, yeah, I understand y'all concerned, but they didn't call us. They didn't call us to tell us nothing about him being stabbed up. Yeah, just like they ain't take this like ain't nobody call George Floyd's mama and say nothing about that motherfucker leaning on his neck for 9.5 minutes.
So yeah, so you're right. The family,
now you want rights.
They're real concerned about his safety, and he's sentenced for 22 years.
So
for putting the knee on the neck for 9 minutes. Look, have fun with your 22 years, and they gonna beat your ass.
You lucky it ain't me. See, I would have sent his ass back to Gym Pop. I don't give a fuck. Got him fuck him up some more.
Oh, that's why I say I don't even think they want to kill him. They want to just keep beating his ass for 22 years.
Shit.
Take that.
Just like that motherfucker that killed them. What was 9 people in the church in South Carolina?
Oh yeah,
Dylan Roof.
Fucker.
They tore his ass up. See, when y'all motherfuckers thinking that jail is all fun and games, you know, you police motherfuckers like putting motherfuckers there and for bullshit charges, and you writing up shit. A motherfucker got caught with a dime rock and you done rolled it up as an 8-ball and all this other shit and getting motherfuckers time. Now, when y'all fuck around and go to jail, see, you ain't got no gun or none of that shit, and you ain't got none of them protections. And your mama and your daddy need to know you are now a ward of the state. They ain't got to call and tell you a motherfucking thing. Yeah, they got you down as next of kin. They'll call you when they get around to it.
The next of
Ask me how I know. I've seen it. Seen it with my own eyes. Been there, done that. I done seen a motherfucker get clubbed on the head with a motherfucking leg off a chair. I seen a motherfucker get beat down with a toilet brush. I seen motherfuckers get stabbed. Been there, seen it all. And they ain't finished. They gonna fuck him up some more.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even
they gonna fuck him up some more.
They gonna make sure he keep getting punished.
Dylan Roof, if they didn't already kill him, they gonna fuck him up some more. What's that motherfucker? What's that motherfucker pervert from Penn State? Sandusky. They ain't they fucking him. They passing him around like a motherfucking blow up doll.
I feel my man is fucked. His family can whine and cry all they want.
Look,
but he gonna take an ass whooping for years and years to come. If he's not gonna just die, be honest with you.
Look,
years and years to come, they gonna
a lot of get back and a lot of justice been served out behind that wall. That's why the motherfuckers was scared. That's why the motherfuckers scared to go up in there, because they know what's waiting for them. The motherfuckers ain't playing. You don't even know. It might not even got nothing to do with the George Floyd thing. Slim might have seen him. He might have fucked dude up in the street or fucked him over and shit. He's like, man, that's a cop. That's that police motherfucker. True. Oh, I remember he did
the
this.
Same shit.
He got me. Oh, I'm gonna get his ass.
And that nigga put
you don't know.
Neck like
you don't never know. Yeah,
nigga. I see you. You here now. You with me.
You know, on our next part.
That's a wild shit when a police officer lock you up, then they in there with you.
Right. I'll beat your. You know we gonna beat your ass.
Come here. Right.
You got 22 years. Yeah, you get. And if you spend 22 years in motherfucking solitary, you a bad motherfucker. But they ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna take Slim out the jail. They gonna send him into another jail, put him on PC for a while, and then somebody gonna fuck him up there. He gonna move through the system his whole bit. So he gonna move
just
around.
Touch him.
Yeah, they gonna put him. They gonna try to put him under there. Man,
it's best bet to put him in these white counties.
They gonna tell him
try to get him
Shit,
away from black people.
It was a white motherfucker that stabbed him.
But people gonna pay white people to kill him or Spanish people to kill him.
Right.
So he gonna get fucked regardless.
So they're gonna try to put him somewhere in PCA. They're gonna put him in the jail under assumed name.
It's the results that matter.
To somebody fuck him up.
As a black man, he did. Okay. You don't care who did that. You know what I'm saying? Just the results that count. You know what I'm saying?
I got something I want to talk about on the next pod too. I want to talk about old Lenny Kravitz, old Helen Willard's son. He got a problem. He came out this week talking about he don't think he got the shine he think he should have got because black media didn't support him. Okay. I didn't see you on no motherfucking, I didn't never see you on Soul Train.
Oh,
you never got on that train. You went straight to MTV. You was a rock star motherfucker. Now he had a couple of joints out there. I want to get away. I want to fly. I mean, he had a couple of joints, you know. Brothers and the sisters dug a couple of his tunes, but he ain't never sought out black media, even when he was married to Lisa Bonet. He was he was MTV and TRL and all this old other shit. And then it come out, then they want to say that, well, his publicists and all them, they bypassed all the black media and went to the white media unbeknownst to him. I got some more news for you, motherfucker.
Stop that shit.
They work for you. If you was feeling that you wasn't getting out there and getting your shine in the black community, you can say, get me out there, because that's the same shit that happened to Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's first album, black people loved her. She crossed over on her first album. Her second album, she was all the way crossed over for real. And she was the darling of white people. They loved her.
Yeah.
Whitney thought she could do no wrong until she went to the Soul Train Awards and they booed her ass. And I love Whitney to death. Then she got booed at the Soul Train Awards. That fucked it, and she said it. That fucked her up. She said, no, my people. She said, they're my people. My people booed me. Like, no. Next thing you know, I think after she got booed, that's when Bobby Brown came out and turned it the fuck out. Next thing you know, her and Bobby married, and she just acting like a damn fool. But that's what happened to Whitney. And if you wanted to, when it was time for her, when she felt that her people booed her, no, she came back home. She said, no, I can't have this. Brother, you got to do the same shit. You was out there singing American Woman and all this old good shit. That shit wasn't played on what's PGC and KYS.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we wasn't hearing this shit then. But that's the type of shit. That's just like the other dude, Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. When Hootie and the Blowfish, when they records, I mean, they went down, and you know they was the hottest thing. They was the hottest thing in music. They was Michael Jackson hot. When that fucking album, they was on the fucking charts for like 3 years. But when all that time, he wasn't going to the black media and all this other shit. So when Hootie went down and Darius Rucker tried to put out an R&B album and tried to cater to the black folk and get a black audience, they wasn't having it. Dude, you can't just ignore us and then think you can come home like that. ain't gonna happen. Then you crying about black people ain't supporting my motherfucking music. Nigga, please. You gotta cut that shit out. We still love your mama. Helen Willis was what? That was a good looking woman on the Jefferson too.
Yeah, she was. Hoodview Politics each and every Tuesday night. And we might pop in another night. You never know.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But Tuesday nights for sure.
Ooh.
We live. Coming from the politics from the hood point of view. Best believe it. The debates will be tomorrow. You never know. We might slide.
I'm gonna watch that shit
night. You know what I'm saying? We got debates tomorrow. To me personally, the joints are over. They don't need for them. But you might catch some things in here where one of them might be in administration. You never know. So you gotta pay attention to what they saying.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? Wamo Swami is in the joint. Nikki Haley is looking for vice president. Looking for to be a vice president candidate. So it's all
going to say, look, somebody's going to say something.
My lady, the black lady.
Somebody's going to say something that's going to get very popular with that crowd, and the crowd is going to take to, and you best believe the front runner going to adopt that shit. So you got to listen carefully. You got to look at it, and you got to listen carefully to what they saying and what they putting out there. Because you best believe, and like my man right here saying, some of these motherfuckers gonna end up in the cabinet. Yeah. A motherfucker like Ramaswamy could end up, that motherfucker could end up as Secretary of State.
Yeah, some wild shit, yup. And you know, Trump was the win. He don't give a fuck about the positions at all. So it's gonna be anybody. Ramaswamy might be fucking something.
Right. The only motherfucker up there that Nikki Haley was in the administration. She's not going.
She started talking shit about.
She's not going back to a Trump administration. And Chris Christie's not going back to a Trump administration.
He done. Only one is Ramaswamy. He gonna fuck around being in the campaign. Watch.
And yeah,
watch. He might be his vice president candidate.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Because when you look at the rest of them, he's not gonna pick Haley because what? She done talk shit about him since she left. He's not gonna pick the rest of them dropped out. Yeah.
It's just
not gonna pick what's his name from Florida, no Sanchez at all.
Y'all got they talk about the nigga from Baltimore that claimed he was in the streets, Ben Carson.
Enough for him.
So they talk about Ben Carson.
Don't forget,
don't try that.
Don't forget George Santos,
because that's not going to work.
On his way out.
Oh yeah, on his
they
way
finally
out.
got his ass out of there.
I forgot about him.
Everybody forget he lied. Said he's in college, never went. Graduated from this college, never went to a college.
That motherfucker said he was everything. That motherfucker said he was Jewish and everything.
Hey, that nigga he actually became a congressman, dog, and lied about everything on his motherfucking resume.
But see, I blame the people that voted for him.
No, let me slide in there if you're gonna do that.
I blame the people that voted for him, because you cannot keep letting these motherfuckers come out here and you're not checking their background, you're not checking their record, you're not listening to what they stand for.
It doesn't make sense.
You got to,
like, whatever the news of the day, he says he's that. Oh, my family is Jewish.
They say I was Jewish.
Like,
you ain't no motherfucking Jew.
Like, whatever the situation is for the day, he with it. You know, it's like he make up some shit for it. It's like, bro, you can't be doing all this shit, bro. What's wrong with you?
Some wrong, man. The dude crazy, man.
But they finally got a hold of his ass, so he's definitely out. You know what
but see, and that's the thing. Now you got a segment of the Republican Party. They trying to put the names of the 105 Republicans that voted to oust this motherfucker. Now they on a backdoor campaign to go after the motherfucker, to go after Santos. Hold up. I know what damn was a week ago. See when the motherfucker we ain't talk about this. When the motherfucker's about to fight at the motherfucker Senate hearing.
Oh no, I ain't see that.
Oh my God. When the then McCarthy gave the shoulder bump to the chump. You missed, man. That shit was all over the news. And you gotta look that up.
That's funny. This is funny how they get to do all this.
Motherfucker say what? He said, this the time, this the place. We can handle it right now.
They don't let black people be black people. Black people are doing all this stuff anyway. If we didn't let us be black and there's congressmen, you letting these white people do all the stuff that we do normally. Like, we gonna bump a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff we do anyway. Now, y'all gonna try to do us. You know what I'm saying? That shit is irritating, bro. I don't know. It's like, if black people never was slaved and brought to America, what would it look like? Like, y'all niggas ain't got nothing. This shit would look like motherfucking England or...
Yeah, this was on November the 15th.
Wait a minute. Let's picture America, right? If black people was never slaved and brought here, you know what America look like, bro? Poland, British,
Nebraska.
all that shit would be America now.
It would look like
You would not have something called hip hop. None of that. Like, bro, what are we doing, man? This shit.
Nah, we are creative and creative people.
Like, nothing
we'd have
almost
been hip hopping.
Nothing is this.
We'd have been hip hopping in Africa.
Like, all we do, from clothes to music to hairstyles to, if we didn't exist, this shit would look crazy. They'd be looking like British people with those fake ass wigs on and shit, looking like fucking stale potatoes out this bitch. We put flavor in America, in the world. You can go to another country, they got the flavor of a Negro. If you go to Italy somewhere, white motherfucker got on baseball cap backwards. Negroes influence the world. It's crazy as shit.